Have you ever found yourself waiting on a guitar, whether it was one that was pre-ordered and you had to wait either a couple of weeks or a couple months, or maybe something custom built and it was more than a couple months and maybe even closer to a year or a couple of years? And if so, how did that make you feel? Well, hello, my name is Bryce, and in this video, I'm going to share two experiences that I've had where I ordered a guitar and I had to wait on it because those experiences were drastically different, and I have some advice that I'm also going to share with you at the end of this video. So starting out with the first experience, it was with Abasi Concepts, which when they first launched, they were known as Abasi Guitars, and I ordered one and it was in 2019 and it was in May. I ordered it early May, and the lead times were estimated at between 10 and 12 weeks. And I waited the 12 weeks and there was no word, and so I reached out, and long story short, I ended up canceling the order because I just remember having a lot of negative emotions about it. I was getting impatient, and I honestly, towards the 12-week mark, when I hadn't heard anything and then I reached out and then another week went by, I felt like I just got scammed out of my money. And so I asked for a full refund because they made that available, and it ended up working out anyways because a few years later I got an Abasi guitar, and it was one that I liked better than the one that I had initially spec'd out. So that worked out. But I remember going through that and just feeling really impatient because 10 to 12 weeks was a long time for me, because my prior experience was, okay, I just go to the store and get a guitar and I have it immediately, or I order it online and I have it within a week, maybe two at most. And that was my prior experience. So having to wait 12 weeks was already a lot for me at the time. And I also remember at that time I only had two other guitars, and both of which I wasn't really feeling anymore. And those were both 6 strings. This was an 8 string. So yeah, a lot of negative feelings. And fast forward to 2024, I've had another experience where I ordered a guitar and had to wait. So this time it was with Ernie Ball Music Man, and it was the artist series with Rabir Masad, and it was the Sabre. And I got the one, there were two colors available, and I got the one that was the limited quantity, and it was the Frenzied Flame, and you could only order it through Ernie Ball's website, so I did. But when I was checking out, it said it would ship within 4 months. And so I didn't really think back to the Abasi experience at this point in time, but I know that I've learned a lot since then. So I was like, yeah, that's no problem at all. And I got it, and I waited, and I didn't really have any negative emotions throughout this time. And the only feelings that I had were, well, did you really need to spend that much money on a guitar? But that's a separate video. But yeah, long story short, this experience was much more positive. And the reason why I'm making this is because I actually just got an email notification that I'll be getting the Sabre next week. And I'm really excited to share it with you. I'm really excited to play it. And yeah, I look forward to it. But I ordered it in April of 2024, because that's when they became available. And this is June as of filming, so just under a couple months, and that's not bad at all. But my experience was very different, and I'll tell you a couple of things that I did differently. So the first thing with my Abasi experience, I was constantly thinking about that guitar. Those 12 weeks felt very long, and I was just impatient and a little anxious towards the end because there weren't a lot of updates, and maybe I wasn't receiving their newsletter that had updates, things like that. There could have been so many different things. And plus, Abasi was a brand new company, and they were going through the growth pains, and I was going through learning how to be more patient and managing my emotions as well. And ultimately, I don't fault Abasi, and I actually really enjoy that company. But with this experience that I just had with Music Man, I know Music Man is an established company, and I didn't have any issue waiting because I was like, I know there aren't going to be any issues with it. And even if there were delays, I'm sure they would reach out and let me know. And that's not a slight on Abasi, because I'm sure they were getting bombarded with emails as well, because again, brand new company, a lot of orders to process, and they were figuring it out. But I felt very confident with Music Man. And so the two things that I ended up doing, one, I ordered the guitar, and I try not to think about it because that really helped me this time around, because I was like, I just told myself it would ship within 4 months. That didn't necessarily mean it was going to take the 4 months, but I told myself, you'll get the guitar in August, and until then, just play the guitars that you have and enjoy them. So that would be my first piece of advice. Play what you have, if you have any, and then just really enjoy them. Even if you don't feel like you're enjoying it, just try to learn a new song on them. Do something where it will make the playing experience better for you. And then the second thing is to just be patient. We're people at the end of the day, and these were people building the Ernie Ball guitar and people building the Abasi guitar. And sometimes there will be delays, sometimes that's just how life works, and you might say, hey, that's not fair, but life's not fair. And yeah, those were the two pieces of advice that I would recommend. Just be patient and try not to think about it and just enjoy what you have. So those have been my two experiences with waiting on a guitar, and I hope this video has helped you. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, stay cool like a cloud and have a great day.